Around the Ozarks in 5. Brought to you by the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, Adventure Cave Tours, and Talking Rocks Cavern. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. Hope you're having a great week so far. We got a lot to talk about today, so let's get started.
Springfield's National Education Association says a big reason why teachers are leaving is due to students' behavior. And disciplining, of course, is tough. A recent survey showed some 90% of respondents citing behavior issues as worse now than in years past. The district has added more mental and behavioral health specialists, along with social workers, and then better training for teachers on how to handle those issues. All right, speaking of education, the Missouri Senate has passed a roughly $50 billion budget proposal that would actually help teachers a lot more with all things. It includes better pay, more funding for PK programs, better safety measures, and better transportation access. Also in the budget, from teachers to other servants, talking law enforcement, the proposed budget would boost pay for Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers. That's part of an effort to deal with staffing shortages in law enforcement. So the budget will now go on to the House.
Okay, it's a big budget. It is official now. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson is running for president. He officially announced his candidacy for the Republican nomination in Bentonville, where he was born. He says leadership, economic growth, and respect for the rule of law, as well as border security, will be some of his key topics and top priorities. The much-anticipated 14 Mill Market in Nixa is supposed to open in just a couple more weeks. That's exciting. May 13, the target date for a soft opening before their official grand opening. It's going to be a food hall. We've told you about this. Multiple food vendors all under one roof, an entertainment venue as well. They're expecting about 10 restaurants to go in there initially. So it'll be a stop where everybody can eat whatever they want, the different types of food, and should be a fun atmosphere. I'm kind of looking forward to trying it.
Me too. And in my mind, I have this place. I know you, Ethan, have been there. I don't know about the listeners, but there is a place in Nixa, Kansas, which is right outside of Kansas City. And it is called the Market. The Public Market is what it's called. But in my mind, at least, that's what the Mill Market is going to feel like and probably even look like, because they have, I don't know, 10 to 12 restaurants under one roof. It's always busy. And it is really a cool building and spot. I've taken the kids there a few times because that's where we frequent for competitive swim meets.
Okay. Is that where I'm going this weekend?
Nope. You're going to Mizzou.
Oh, okay. Well, they have a nice pool.
Mizzou has a very nice pool, but it's still not, in my mind at least, as fun as Lenexa, only because I also love all the trail system there, the running trail. Like, there's lots.
Yeah.
That goes in. Yes. I know you care deeply about running trails and stuff of that nature.
It's good to know they exist. I'm just happy they exist.
All right. So I've seen these pictures on Facebook. I assume you have too. But I personally have not seen this in real life yet. Although some of my friends tell me it's happening here in the Ozarks. They have been able to get a glimpse of the Northern Lights, and not just in the Ozarks, but in other parts of the country where you wouldn't normally see the Northern Lights, are getting to see them. The brilliant show, of course, is also called the Aurora Borealis solar storm. I read this scientific article. A solar storm called a coronal mass ejection is stronger than normal right now, which causes the lights to be visible from farther south. That scientist didn't study grammar. Farther, not further south. Farther south, I should have said. Scientists say solar activity often peaks around the fall and the spring equinox, which makes this current show even more unusual that it's happening in April. So the Northern Lights are apparently supposed to be happening more often and farther south than normal, like for the next couple years to come.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see them. I've never seen them in person myself either. So
a friend of mine in Stockton posted that she saw it with pictures and everything. So it was really cool because, I mean, can you imagine Stockton? That's amazing to get to see the Northern Lights in good old Stockton, Missouri. Come on.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah.
This is cool. A big event coming up this weekend. One of the biggest in the country, men's conference happening at Great Southern Bank Arena. Thousands of men will pack that place, gathering from 35 states, coming to Springfield from 35 states and 37 countries. More countries than states. It's amazing. The Christian event is hosted by James River Church every year. This year features speakers Craig Groeschel from Life Church, which is one of the most highly attended churches in the entire country, maybe the most. U.S. Senator Josh Hawley will be speaking about manhood and fatherhood. He's written a book about that. Pastor John Lindell will be there, as well as quarterback Carson Wentz. That's cool. And the entertainment on Friday night is going to be motocross and BMX competition. And they do it all right there on the floor of the arena. The bikes flying through the air and jumping. It's impressive to see, because I've seen that sort of thing before. But the men's event is still available. You can still get tickets if you're interested. And it is a great event year in and year out.
Yeah. You went last year with Griff and loved it. And I'm also equally impressed that you called it Great Southern Bank Arena instead of JQH, because Ethan is he likes to bend the rules. He called Mercy Hospital St. John's for a good 10 years after it switched over to Mercy. But anywho, JQH.
Well, I'm a creature of habit. I'm just used to saying the original thing, and I don't like changing it. Everybody knows what I mean if I say JQH. But last year at this very men's conference, I got to introduce the what's his name? Oh, Professor Splash.
I remember. Yeah.
He's a dude. They took him up 30 feet high on a forklift type thing. And he had a platform there. And he then dove and belly flopped right next to me, because he soaked me wet with the water from this thing. But he dove into about 6 inches of water. It was completely insane.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him beforehand. He was very nervous about it, because he has broken lots of things doing that sort of thing. But it was intense. The lights go down. I announce him, and he does this dive, and then he's laying in the water motionless for a few seconds.
On purpose. You know that, right? That's like
it's all part of the drama, but we also weren't sure if he was dead. Just to be honest with you, I wasn't positive.
It's also fair to mention, I think, that he was a sizable man. He was a bit overweight.
He's a good size guy. You can probably look him up, Professor Splash. And he's not as young as he used to be either. So those two things. I think he's near the end of his diving into 6 inches of water career. But anyway, it was successful. Everybody clapped, and I went and toweled off.
I was wondering if he was going to pay for your dry cleaning, because your suit was disgustingly wet.
I was there for rehearsals and all that, and it was gross water. It was dirty. And what are you going to do? It's in this pool and that was the year they had bull riding. So the floor of the arena is dirt. Yeah. And a lot of that got into the water, unfortunately.
All right, good times. Yep.
Yeah,
Stronger Men's Conference this weekend, Friday night and Saturday. All right, how about this? This is coming up at Juanita K. Hammonds Hall starting in August. They will host 5 Broadway musicals, which is super cool, right here in Springfield, Mo. We know Hamilton did very well at Juanita K. Apparently it's paying off, because now the up and coming are Come From Away, Jesus Christ Superstar, Mean Girls, Shrek the Musical, and Pretty Woman the Musical. All coming to Hammonds Hall. You can get tickets this summer, starting this summer, online, or call the box office. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you can see a Broadway show in Springfield. They're bringing it to us, which is...
It's called Off-Broadway, sir. That would be called... It's an off-Broadway show. Anyway.
Okay.
You know me and my theater career.
Yeah. Quite a thespian. This weekend is almost upon us. The Springfield Art Museum is hosting Art in Bloom, which is exciting, celebrating fine art, flowers, and fashion. Friday, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Designers from all over will have their works of art on display, and flowers and fashion. Art in Bloom includes a People's Choice Award, among other prizes, and a lot of fun. So this weekend at the Springfield Art Museum.
Yeah. And let's see, last but not least, this is always a super popular event. The Missouri Cherry Blossom Festival is underway right now in Marshfield. It's always a huge hit and draws a big crowd. Some with close connections to our first ladies will be coming to town on Saturday. Descendants of presidential couples, the McKinleys, the Trumans, the Tafts, the Coolidges, and the Hayes are invited.
Okay.
The descendants will be accompanied by the 135th Army Band Brass Ensemble. So that will be an amazing thing to see. Some other special guests, by the way, include characters from Leave It to Beaver, Lassie, the Waltons, and Little House on the Prairie.
Wow, all the good old shows.
Yeah.
I used to
Festival
watch-
lasts through Sunday. So it's going on now. It started on the 25th. It's continuing through Sunday.
Yeah.
And you do need to check out cherryblossompfest.com because you can look at the schedule and figure out what it is you want to see, because there's a lot. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, that's a lot of presidential descendants. That's cool.
It's kind
Wonder
of
how
cool.
far down the line
it would
they
be
are.
Neat. I don't know what the format is going to be for them, but I, for one, would love to interview them. That would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know how
things.
far down the line they are.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they become historians on their family lineage because they have a president in it. So I imagine everybody's in the family is pretty much a historian when it comes to their family, because you want to know, pass it down.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Tomorrow's Friday.
All right. You don't have a quick weather for us?
Oh, yeah. Quick weather. Rain today, possibly, but there's been a chance for rain all week and it really hasn't panned out, but there's a 70% chance today. Tomorrow, 65 clouds, 64 on Saturday, clouds. And then we stay in the 60s. We end up getting back up into the high 70s next week on Wednesday or so. And then we stay there for a while. So there you go.
Yeah. And good news that it'll be good weather this weekend, because we just announced a lot of things happening this weekend and good
There's
weather.
A lot going on.
That's awesome.
Going on.
Also, don't forget, hit us up at aroundtheozarks.com. Sign up for our newsletter. You will get daily podcast and lots of other things to your inbox. And in the process, you will be entered to win 4 tickets to the Butterfly Palace and Rainforest Adventure, which is one of our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors. It's a fun family place. Also by Adventure Cave Tours and Talking Rocks Cavern.
Yep.
That's a mouthful.
All good places. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. Have a good Thursday. Thanks so much.
See you tomorrow.